for us. Yeah, and then the second part is to believe that Muhammad, peace and blessing upon him, which you've been reading about, is his messenger. So what you need to do, just in your investigation, because I think you would agree with me that God is the only one worthy of worship, more than men or anything, right? See, the only question you need to answer after that is Muhammad, peace and blessing upon him, a messenger of this God? And why should you listen to this messenger and not Jesus or anyone else? Okay. Well, Muhammad is the only man in history who ever claimed he came for Yusuf. Because no other messenger in history came for other than their own people. So when Jesus came, he came for the children of Israel. When Moses came, he came for his people. When Abraham, his people. Noah, his people. Only Muhammad, peace and blessing upon him, made the claim, come for the whole world. And he demonstrated that through his actions, calling the whole world to Islam. So this is why the messenger you should focus on. Now the test of the messenger is very simple. Is he crazy? Because he made a claim 1400 years ago that an angel came to a cave, told him that he's a messenger of God to the people, and to go down and tell the people, you're a messenger of God, and for 23 years that's what he did. Now either he's crazy, having visions of angels talking to him, delusional, thinking an angel's telling him what to do, when it really is schizophrenic and it's himself telling himself what to do. Or he's deceived, a demon or some evil entity is imitating an angel, pretending to him it's an angel, telling him he's a messenger of God when in fact he's a messenger of the devil. Or he's lying, making everything up. That there's no angels, there was no revelation, it was just him and his knowledge and him seeking information from here and there and lying to everybody that he's the messenger of God like a charlatan. Or he's telling the truth. So this is your investigation. Was he crazy? Was he deceived? Was he lying? Or was he telling the truth? If he's telling the truth, then he's what? Messenger of God. And if you believe that, that's Islam. And then everything else in Islam you learn. And now here's the thing, you see, if you're asking God to guide you and you get drawn here.
And I was drawn here.
Yeah, subhanallah. Subhanallah. So this is because I always ask people this, because they say, oh, I pray to God to guide me into the truth. Well, how do you recognize when that guidance happens?
It's me, it's fine. Oh no, it's mental, isn't it? It's too many. But yeah.
It's like everyone going to be here for an hour or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
They're not going to believe.
Wait till you tell them you became Muslim, right?
yourself on our channel.
Okay, mashallah. Right. So when people, like I said, when people say, oh, they pray to God, they ask for God, how do you recognize the answer? Is it going to be rainbows? Is it going to be angels? Is it going to be vivid dreams? Or could it just be something as simple as this? Like, I've not always been a Muslim, subhanAllah. I became a Muslim nearly 20 years ago now. Just 3 weeks after 9/11 is when I accepted Islam. And like I say, alhamdulillah, I've been a Muslim now 19 years. And it is just next level. Now, initially, your desires and stuff like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, you have to do this, you have to do that. But then you realize that we're like children to God, yeah? So you know when you have kids, and you say to them, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, you shouldn't do that, and you know, they might look at you and say, why not? And because they can't comprehend what's happening, and they can't comprehend the dangers. Well, the beautiful thing is, we ourselves are like children to God, and we ourselves need that guidance from the things we can't comprehend. And that's what Islam does for you. It connects your soul, to its creator. And the beautiful thing is with Islam, other than any other religion, your mind is free to question, and it can relax. Your mind is not being asked to believe things that don't make sense. See, I have this saying about Christians. Their mind has to be in a box to remain a Christian.
This is what I was saying earlier.
Yeah, because You can be a Christian and you can believe in all the beautiful stories. You can believe that Jesus loved the world so much, he gave his only begotten son so we can have everlasting life. You can believe in this idea that we're also sinners, that God knew that we couldn't keep the commandments, so he's going to send his son to die for us. You can believe all of this stuff. That's the belief, right? But when you question it, wait a minute. Why does God need payment to forgive my sin? Why can't he just forgive me? And why do I believe what I'm reading in the New Testament is actually the words Jesus said when the authors are not actually who we're told they are? Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, whatever. They're not even disciples of Jesus. They're not even eyewitnesses. And then we've had Christians here confess that the Bible isn't even reliable. But your mind, when it starts doing these things, Christianity is going to crumble. So you have to put your mind back in the box. Now, I used to say atheist mind is out of the box. And the atheists think, but they've got no soul, they've got no spirit. I take that back. I would say atheist minds are more in the box than the Christian. Because the atheist has this understanding, no difference to religious dogma, that this universe could cause itself, evolution can be the explanation for human beings, on all of this stuff. The problem you've got is when you do the same process, you bring your mind out. So how does this actually work? How does a universe from nothing come into existence? How do you explain the fine-tuning behind the universe? How do you explain how this random mutation can create new proteins to evolve when the probabilities are absurd? And thus, the reason I say their mind is more in a box, at least a Christian can concede a mind behind the universe where the atheist doesn't, right? Well, this brings us to you, Sue, because I'm going to be straight with you. If you truly believe that the only one worthy of worship is God and that Muhammad is his messenger, become a Muslim. Seriously. And what happens, you just start your journey of life. And I'll give you an example. Right now, Sue, you're like somebody who's been on a journey. And you will go in a certain place and a certain direction. And somebody's come to you and said, Sue, where are you going? And you go, it is Sue, isn't it? I'm calling you Sue as if like, well, probably someone else there or something. But Sue, isn't it? So, where are you going, Sue? And you say, well, I think I'm going to such and such a place. And that person says to you, well, Sue, it's not that way. It's that way. And you go, well, I'm not quite sure. Are you sure it's that way? And then I pull out my map and I demonstrate to you that I'm telling the truth, that this is the reliable source of information, and here's my map, and you conclude that you know what, you're right. Because you know I'm right, right? Let me ask you a question, Sue. In that scenario, how many steps are you going to go that way? None. And it doesn't matter how long you've been walking or how far you've walked. Once it's been demonstrated to you that you're going the wrong way and it's this way, you're going to come back this way, right? And the beautiful thing is, in Islam, you don't have to make that journey back. You don't have to walk that journey, that distance, that time, and whatever. I got my helicopter here, right? And you're going to jump in the helicopter. And I'm going to take you back to the start. Then you're going to start walking the right way. And this way you're going to where you're going. So do you want to do it?
What did I say to these guys? I said, obviously I know I've got a purpose, but I don't know what my purpose is.
No, your purpose.
And I know I'm going on a journey, but I didn't know what.
Well, let's start the journey. Do you know how to start the journey?
No.
Okay. Raise your finger.
Which one?
This one?
This one?
Yeah? Say Ashhadu
Shahada.
an la ilaha
Ilaha.
illallah. Illallah.
Lillah.
Wa
Wa.
ashhadu
Shahada.
anna
Anna.
Muhammadan Rasulullah. Say, I bear witness
I bear witness
that none has the right to be worshipped
that none has the right to be worshipped
but Allah,
but Allah.
and I bear witness
I bear witness
that Muhammad is a messenger of Allah. Allah Akbar. Soon.
I need to read now.
So now, you've got the keys to the mansion.
Yes.
You're inside.
Yeah.
And now what you're going to do now is investigate in your home.
I do need to investigate.
Do you mind if I take your details and we'll link you up? Welcome to the family. Where's my sisters? Give her a hug, man. We can't.
Yes, I know.
Subhanallah. Barakallah feekum. Alhamdulillah. No. 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 It's the last thing I'm going to tell her to do. Alhamdulillah.
It's brilliant, sisters.
She have the Quran, everything. Brother gave everything.
This lady could be my mum. My mum passed away, but mashallah, you know.
Her husband passed away.